What's up, guys? We're on episode 40-something
Whoa.
of the ZZP Power Hour. Am I a little bit too loud?
No.
Oh, okay.
43.
40-something?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're famous now. We've made it. Big
Yep.
leagues.
We're on
Watch
all
out,
the things.
Watch out, Rogan.
If you're on
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, all the other things, ZZP Power Hour. You can find us. So, we got 3 familiar faces. Hidden Eric face, familiar as well. And also a new face. A couple of you might remember him. If you do, you get bonus points, but you have like 5 seconds before we actually introduce him.
Yep.
Who are you? What do you do here? What do you drive?
So my name is also Tyler.
It's a good name.
Yep, one of
But
many.
that's not what we call you.
Nah.
So say what we call you.
So I'm T-Spain. I'm the receiving manager, so I'm the one who's tucked away, just receiving all your guys' returns for the most part. I am currently driving a 2017 Subaru WRX.
He's feeding the animals. Ryan, the zoologist, is off feeding the animals. He was giving us Jello shots, so
Pudding.
Oh,
pudding.
boy.
Oh yeah, pudding shots. Pudding.
Actually,
pups.
Ryan, if you're listening, I could use another one.
Yeah, those Oreos were tasty.
No, pina
Uh,
colada.
Jonathan, I'll grab this question real quick. You don't need a tune just to start. You will want a tune before you drive the car, but if you're just
Trying to
firing
get
up
it
the
running.
engine, figuring it out before you put the tune on, that's fine. They'll just run a little rich. So
Yeah, get
Just
the
don't drive it
coolant
like that.
all running through it and bled and do your thing. Anyways, what are we talking about today, guys? We're talking about first-time car modders, and all of us here are, I would say, veterans at car modding, and we're going to talk about the things we wish we did and didn't do.
Been doing it for 15 years.
I would say I now know more things I wish I didn't do than
yeah,
did.
yeah, I know. There are many questionable choices that I had, but we're here. We build cool stuff now. So,
Yep, we've all had our driver's licenses for like
well, you've had yours for like
10
2
years.
So.
9 years.
Heck yeah, 16. So almost 15 for me.
I
It's a
don't
long
like
time.
thinking about that.
Ashley's at a year and a half.
Tyler, I think you've had the most mod cars out of us. I've had a lot of cars, but I didn't do a lot to all of
Yeah,
them.
I've only had two. Well, no, one car that I didn't mod, and it was that stupid Focus.
And
I
you would
hate
have if
that-
it ran right.
Yeah, yeah, I hated that car. It was a manual without a tack. Who does that? That doesn't make any sense.
The Echo has that too,
Yeah.
but it's amazing.
Cheers, Frank.
Cheers, Frank. Thanks for coming. Hello, Will.
There you go.
Tyler will officially have his driver's license in 3 years. I thought I was 15 now, Dad.
Still got that learner's permit.
License.
Uh,
Serious question.
life expectancy on our coil packs. The life of your car.
Yep.
And you have that great ZZP warranty, so
Yeah.
just in case.
ZZP lifetime warranty, so
Yep.
kind of irrelevant if you think about it.
So, obviously, new time car modders, their first car is going to be probably your worst car. But,
Yeah.
Tyler, you're looking like you would have a story.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, let's jump
No.
right into yours.
The reaction
So this
of
is your
everyone's
first mod
faces
car,
tells
right?
me.
Yeah, so I am...
Oh, this is your first mod
Yeah,
car.
I'm-
Oh,
well,
okay.
I'm
all right.
easily
You had
the newbie here.
a modified car before this.
Yeah, didn't you have an S10?
It was lifted, right?
So, yeah, so I've technically have done stuff to all of my cars.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to say they were mod cars because I was at that point where I was just a teenager throwing piece together O'Reilly intakes on an 87 Dodge Dakota, a 2003 Chevy Blazer.
we
Yep.
call that a full custom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full bolt-ons.
No idea that I had to get them tuned because
Yeah, well.
when you got a little Chevy Blazer, it doesn't really affect it.
Nope. No, those were fine, especially if they were the old TBI 3.4s, 3400 Vortec. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mine
But-
was a
3.4.
43 or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
4.3 V6s.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, those made like 180 horsepower.
I totally
didn't
forgot I had a
understand.
Blazer. I hated that thing.
Yeah, it was way too underpowered for what it was.
Oh, yeah.
If I ever brought it over here and was trying to hit it 80
Yep.
on the highway, it would just shake.
Nope. Yep. Yeah. Lifted S10s, like on 33s, drove freaking terrible because they had no power. They couldn't get out of their own way.
Granted, they were
They
all
kinda look
low-end
cool.
torque, so you can crawl over anything.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
not doing it fast.
Nope. Doing nothing fast in those.
But yeah, so I'm technically in my first mod car.
Well,
Engine wise?
You're doing it right so far.
Yeah.
Or like everything wise?
Uh,
Because I know you've done pretty much.
Yeah,
You've dabbled in a little part of every
yeah,
part of that
I've
car.
done like the lift suspension stuff like that. But this is the first thing I want to classify as mod because it requires tuning.
And
Yeah.
performance stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
it
yep.
requires
Exactly.
a lot more research. Whereas like on my Blazer, yeah, I did the lift, but there was only
Yeah.
3 lift kits available, so it
You
was
just kind of buy one and
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
run
you have,
with
a, you have
This
a
one-
Subaru, so
Yeah.
there's probably I couldn't imagine. I feel like I would get overwhelmed. I'd be like, oh my god, where do I start? And I look up and you see this person says this, and this person says this, and this one's over here, and you're like,
yeah, it's
It's
kind of
so
nice with
overwhelming.
our platform cars that you
Yeah.
can just. I mean, obviously it's nice for us because we're ZZP, but like you buy a Cobalt and it's like, okay, well, we got ZZP and OTTP and
ZZP.
ZZPs. I'll just choose what they sell. So
Yeah.
Oh, 100% the market is flooded, and it doesn't really matter where you go for information.
Yeah.
There's going to be a troll somewhere where you ask a serious question and you just get part out.
yep.
So I think that's kind of everywhere, though.
What's up, Al?
or if you ask a question, they just make you feel like an absolute
A
idiot.
dipshit, yeah.
Like, come on, guys, they're there for a reason. You started in that spot once too. Like, leave them alone.
Yep. Mod car is short for money pit. Yes, it
Yes.
is.
That is the truest
And
statement.
then when you have 3 or 4 of them, it's
triple the money pit.
yeah, it's a bad time. That's why you buy cars for $1,500 and don't buy expensive cars because
Yeah.
Ashley, Jeff McGovern is asking about your Sonic.
Oh,
He wants to know
Anything
what's,
new?
What's the
what,
news.
what's new on your Sonic?
new clutch.
I did get a new clutch.
Yeah.
I do have the Clutch Masters race clutch in there, which took me about a day to get used to, and now it's like total muscle memory again. Like, you just
Loving it?
super easy. Yeah, I do now. It was a little nerve wracking at first because we put it in and it was like, okay, 2 days, and then going to streetcar takeover and
Yeah.
like, okay, here we go.
No, those are quick, easy learn clutches.
Yeah.
I love the one in the blue Cobalt. But
Yeah, other
On,
than that was the last thing.
first car mods, I guess my advice to start would be, like Tyler said, do your research.
Mm-hmm.
Take time. Don't. I know how exciting it is to get a car and then be like, what can I buy today? I want to buy something today. I want to put it in. Like,
It's almost,
Slow
if you
down.
can, which is very hard to do, especially for us addicts, do the research before you buy the car. Then you're sitting really, really well.
then you're sitting really
But
good.
most people don't have the self-control. But if you can plan all your mods and then buy the car,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
you're a lucky guy.
Yep. Flaxed Wrist McMurkin. What Park Ave question did you have? Sorry, we didn't see it.
Yeah, if it was at the top, we definitely did
Yeah.
not see it.
Also-
We get a little box that we can see messages on.
Good point, Alfred. I was just cleaning out my garage the other day, and up in the attic, I walked up there, and I've been working on Ecotec cars for 7 years now, so I just have this, like, a mass of parts. And I have hoods and seats and doors, and I've got 4 LSJ intake manifolds sitting there. Why? I don't know. Superchargers, like all this stuff. Because I've stuck with the same platform, I can just swoopity swap. And I got drop springs, and I got all sorts of stuff. So
And your lunch breaks consist of going to
the junkyard. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I don't need that right now, but maybe I will in 5
Whew.
years from now.
You never know.
That's what happens when you own every car ZZP works on.
Yeah.
So back to Tyler Spain here. I think what we want to get into is you're taking the one mod at a time approach,
Yes.
I would say. Start as small as you can, work your way up, which I think most people do their first car. And then you eventually reach a point where you're kind of at a cap. And then a lot of people do the him haul, like, should I have just taken everything apart from the get-go, thrown everything on, built it, and then rocked it? Or should I have one daily driver that I, do one thing a weekend, play with it for a month, do another thing?
Yeah, and that's exactly the rocking point I'm on right now.
Yep.
Looking back at all the little things that I did real early on, because I didn't want to commit to a big price tag, or I didn't want to, do this or that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, for all these little things, I could have got a little more power for my dollar, but at the same time, I feel like it was the right steps to go.
Have you had to redo any mods yet? That's when you know you messed up.
Yep.
No, not yet.
That's good.
You're doing okay.
I just did one that I will probably have to redo in the future. I upgraded my charge pipe for my air cooler. The only reason I'll probably have to redo that is because in the future, when I have the money for it, I'm going to go front mount.
Yeah.
So that charge pipe's just going to be void. I'm going to need a new one.
Yeah.
But if you buy nice parts, you can resell that and
yeah,
get
that's
most of your money back.
yeah, that's the plan.
That's such a good feeling when you buy the new part and then you sell the old one for like almost as much. And you're like, wow,
You're like,
that was
"Oh,
basically
it's
free.
so much more money, but after I sell this one,
Yeah.
it's
But you don't think back to when you originally purchased it and hadn't spent any money.
that doesn't count.
Yeah, no.
Let's talk about third-gen Camaros more, please.
Big
If
Bird
Al's
ain't
still
moving
listening, he will definitely chime in here.
Yep. JPL next is E85. I'm getting this tank low, and then I think we'll do that Monday. So E85, bigger injectors, and then some more cooling mods.
Ashley, is the Sonic your first mod car?
Like as far as turbo swapping, engine stuff, yes.
Mm.
Easier stuff, all that, not really, no.
Bolt-on stuff?
Yeah.
Had the works?
Whatever, at the time I was like 16, 17, 18, and whatever my friends that were in car scene were doing, I was like, okay, let's do me.
Mm-hmm.
Just same but
Do
my
mine.
car. Thank
do
you.
Mine. Yeah, yeah. But no, like as far as swapping turbos and making more power out of it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, really, making more power. My first crappy Saturn Ion was my first, it wasn't my first mod car, but I never had a fast car.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it before. Like, the Sonic is the fastest car I've ever taken down the drag strip.
Yeah.
I took my 93 SE2 once, and it ran like a 16. And that was after the engine build and everything. Oh, it was.
This was
it
the
slow.
burn 1 quart of oil engine.
Yeah, it would burn a quart of oil every gas tank.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I rebuilt the engine in my garage and was 18, so I did it for as cheap as
In your
possible.
mom's garage?
Yep, in mom's garage, and she hated me for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so someone gave me a used head because I had destroyed the old one. Little did I know it had like 280K on it and was from a junkyard, and so all the valve seals were bad. So you drive around and when you go to fill up, you just had a quart of oil. I didn't do oil changes a lot because it kept it fresh. Just change the filter here and there, and it was good to go.
Yep.
Flaxed wrist, we really don't have a ton for the Park Ave Ultra. We do have some, but H-body cars are a little limited. If you want a list of some good first steps, email Bo. He's our 3800 W-body expert. It's bo, B-O.C @ZZPerformance.com. And when he has time, he'll get you, something back. Give him your goals, what you want. We love that you're willing to spend money, but on a platform like that, it's a little tougher to get you where you want to go. So shoot him an email.
Ashley, thanks for all your help with the LSJ Cobalt. Feel like an idiot after your advice, but my stage LSJ's up and running excellent, better than it's ever ran.
Sometimes you need someone else to give you that answer where you're like, man, what can it be? You're just thinking hard, and you're like, oh. Sometimes you just need two brains. Two brains are better than one, so anytime.
Yep, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, second piece of advice for first-time car modders, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, keep your parts for a while.
Yes.
When
keep
you
your
replace
stock
them,
parts.
mention it.
keep your stock part for a bit.
Yep.
Whether it's something's wrong with the part, this goes with everything. Don't take the old thing off, throw it in the trash. That doesn't make any sense. Even if it's bad, unless it was destroying your engine, which really wouldn't be, keep it just in case. Run the new thing for a little while, and then sell it, give it away, throw it away, whatever you want.
I mean, I think one of the first things most people who work on their own vehicle knows, anytime you have a spare part, no matter what it is, you will never need it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You'll expect something to break, so you're holding on to that for when it happens.
Yep.
And
If it's
it just
there,
won't.
it won't. If you throw it away, it will.
Yep.
So,
My little track bin I made for this guy, best thing I've ever done. Spare tie rod end, spare inner tie rod, spare wheel bearing, and axles.
Yep.
And it hasn't broken any of those since.
see, there we go.
And you just take one spare with you to the track, and
You weren't supposed to tell anybody.
Ashley keeps sending me pictures of Tyler's toes, and it's all. I mean, they're okay toes for a guy, but I don't think they're that satisfying.
Man, I think you need to start selling those.
Oh, yeah. Me and Eric have talked
Only
about it
toes.
before. Only toes. I
OnlyToes.com.
would totally sell pictures of my feet for money. That's not. It's weird, but it's not
Yeah.
that weird. You know, if I can make $20, $20.
20 bucks is
you
20
know?
bucks.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested, Tyler.v at
Someone's
ZZPerformance.com.
gonna claim that URL now. Yes.
Only toes. An app pops up tomorrow.
It's going to be Joe.
Yeah, it will be Joe.
Uh,
Let's see. Full bolt-on and E85. What car? Fred. Sorry, don't know offhand. I'm guessing 3800.
Man.
Turbo. Yeah.
There it is.
yeah, no, we're not talking about that one.
No.
No,
Tyler's tiny
that's
toes.
not it.
Oh, jeez.
Which Tyler? Are you talking about me or Tyler?
Yeah.
Tyler or Tyler?
Who's got tinier toes?
Oh,
Dang. So
no.
I just thought about this, and this has nothing to do with the topic, but
Clearly.
too bad. Too bad T Strong left us because we could have had an all Tyler's podcast.
Yeah.
Why didn't we
could've.
ever do that?
Yep.
Ah, well.
Yeah, the
Come back,
last.
bud.
If you are a Subaru bro, like these guys over here, check out that podcast. We did a Cobalt versus Subaru
Yeah, that was
kind
don't
of
know.
mod story, like
Probably-
bang for buck.
three
Ooh,
months
that was a
ago?
while
4 months ago?
Yeah, that was a bit
It
ago.
was still snowy out.
Oh, yeah.
I
Because
remember
T
we
Strong
were in
still had a
beanies.
beanie, and you had a
Yeah.
beanie.
Oh boy, Al found it. This is bad.
It's real.
I'll just
Joe
open
picks for parts
Pandora's
equals
box
win.
here.
Why'd you put that in your Google search?
It's a real website.
Al's freaking
Oh,
out right
no.
now.
Al, how do we sign up? How do we sell our
Like the
toes?
chat is going in a direction I don't think I can continue with.
Jeff Taylor still talks to us here and there. And, Matt from Warehouse is actually going to borrow some of his wheels for the autocross this next week. But good news is we do have a set of prototype Cruze coilovers in the works, and we have a local customer who's going to try them out. So those will be down the pipeline as well. Boostane, yeah, Boostane's good. It's nice. It's expensive. If you have E85, just do E85.
Yep.
Yep.
E85 is the move.
Yep.
If you can get it. If not, you should probably move.
Yep.
Grant. Once again, that's one of those things that like wouldn't hurt to have in your spare parts in case you get some bad gas.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can be a good diagnostic tool too, because if the car's running good and then all of a sudden it has a bunch of knock, throw in some boostane, raise that octane rating. If the knock goes away, then you know it's the fuel. If the knock doesn't, you have a mechanical problem, and you should probably stop driving your car.
Yep.
So don't keep sending it down the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't keep your foot in it and go all the way down the quarter mile. Ask us how we know.
That's a great point in modding your first car is learning how to monitor the thing you're changing.
Yeah,
Because,
that's
like,
very often overlooked.
yeah, I remember in the rally art, mostly because I was a racer, but also because I think I was
That's all
smart.
right. We're all racers.
I put
inside.
6 gauges in it before I touched anything. AFR, boost,
Would
temp,
you have like a
oil.
quad pillar pod?
I had 3 on the pillar, 2 on top of the
dash
radio
bezel?
thing,
Yeah.
and then 2 on the steering wheel. So
Oh, jeez.
there's one website that sells all of them, and I added all 3 to my cart and I bought them.
You know,
Wow.
that's better though than having nothing.
Mhm.
Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of, especially on the older vehicles like a 3800, guys who run around with a pulley way too small and they have no idea how much knock they're
Yeah.
getting. Or LSJ guys have no idea what their IAT2s are. Sonics, for whatever god awful reason, GM didn't put a coolant temp gauge on them, and that's like the main downfall of those
It's
engines.
probably because they actually get hot.
Yeah, they get
They didn't
really
want
hot.
people to know.
Ooh.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
They heat
From the
soak,
factory,
yeah.
the thermostat doesn't even open until 230 degrees. So I'm sure most people would look at that and they're used to, well,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just usually a gauge, and halfway is good. But people would look at that and be like, oh, that's really hot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's bad. And it can be okay, but a tune helps that. But
Do you
yeah.
remember how old Chevys were always like that? They had the gauge, but like it was an on-off switch
Yep.
behind the gauge.
Yep.
So like you didn't know until it was overheating, and then it's like click. You're like, whoa. whoa.
Yeah, the old Fords were like that too. I was driving a buddy's Taurus to work for a week because Erica's car was broke. She was driving mine, and I'm driving down the highway, just doing 75 in this Taurus, and it's fine. Overheating. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. And then billows of smoke out the hood. And I was like, oh, no, I broke my buddy's car. Thankfully, he only paid $700 for it. So,
That's probably why.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Doug, none of us up here know anything about LS4s. I mean, other than what we sell. And we don't have any cams for the LS4. Shoot bo.c@zzperformance.com and email, and he'll help you get a cam spec.
There you go. But yeah, on that, I mean, like, I'm sure you guys have the Cobb. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it seems like the thing everyone does to monitor stuff. We have Aeroforce, HP tuners, if you
Yeah.
want to ball out, stuff like that. Or just regular old gauges.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have 4 in my car.
Yeah.
you do.
Gauges look cool. You know,
Yeah.
that's a racer thing, but they do look sweet.
Yeah, I've seen people add gauges. I will say, like, Subarus and a lot of like all-wheel drive cars who have Cobb available to them are very spoiled.
Yeah.
So I will say that was the easy part for me.
It's nice because it's a tuner and a diagnostic tool at the same time.
So I can have up to 6 monitors displayed live feed at any given time. So I generally watch my IATs, my feedback knock, my advanced timing.
Yep.
So it's just
Yeah.
if
it's-
anything goes wrong at any time,
You're
I
not
can-
hurting the engine. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
know
like I
that.
can kind of watch like, and it has helped me kind of watch my driving style. Because it's like if I'm keeping my foot into it and I'm watching my knock go up, I'm just gonna back off.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out, okay, well, why is this going on? A lot of times it's because it's too hot outside.
Yeah. What's nice, yeah, Paul, Ultra Gauge is really cool too. Those are super affordable, you know, nice big readout. But what I like about the interceptors that we sell, you know, they can be a little pricey, but they monitor everything you have in your computer. So
Which on the
but-
GMs is a lot.
it's quite a bit.
Right through OBD.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you just plug them in. But another thing that I really enjoy is you can set the lights on it to certain parameters. So say you have KR on one of your displays and you don't want it above 4, and obviously you can't always watch your gauge while you're driving, you set that up, anything above 4.0 degrees of knock, that the lights go off. So you can see it out of your peripherals and go, oh crap, and back off. I use that at Gingerman in the Camaro. I set
Oh,
the
nice.
coolant temp, and then on my other one, I set the trans temp to anything above 240. It gets red.
Okay,
so then
cool
I know,
down lap time,
Yeah,
yep.
cool down lap. So yeah, that's it's not fun because it's not a mod that adds power or changes really anything, but
yeah.
having the instrumentation to tell you what's wrong with your car is going to keep your car running a lot longer, so you can have more fun with it.
Just think
you
of
know?
it as like a heart monitor. If you have a bad heart,
Yeah.
you need to know
Yeah.
when you need to know something.
Yeah,
Like,
and like Tyler said, especially on Subarus,
yeah.
Yeah,
they got a bad
right.
heart from the factory, so
I mean, they kind of fell over in process. So.
split in half. Where did I see it? Maybe it was Will. I don't know. Somebody on YouTube said any new 3800 parts coming out. Yeah,
Cool.
quite a few.
Yeah.
We'll have a new video up sometime next week
Mhm.
with Bo, and we got a lot of product teasers in that. So
If you have a, is it considered a second gen W body, the GXP?
it's technically, I don't know. It's kind of like
Facelift?
2.5. Yeah, 04 plus.
04
really.
plus.
Yep.
We have quite a few things coming out for that. If you watched our most recent YouTube video,
Yeah.
you might be able to go find them.
Yeah, 04 Plus and GXPs. We have a few things coming. Safety protocol. Yeah, safety products. Exactly. Yeah, we've worked on plenty of iron red line competitions. I think we've got one out in the parking lot that's getting a full TVS build. It's, we got.
Yep, Al is right. We have probably worked on most of them.
Yep.
If not almost all of them.
Yep. Ooh, 04 Intimidator SS.
Never heard of it.
Dale edition.
I hear those headrests go for a pretty penny these days.
Really? The
I
headrest
don't know.
itself are
I
like?
don't
Oh,
actually
okay.
know.
Especially if Dale sat in it.
Got his head sweat on it.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
guys, feel free to keep asking questions. We'll try to grab them whenever we see them come through. You guys are... YouTube is getting a lot of good questions. Facebook, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Fred. Okay. Full bolt-ons E85. Turbo and internals will get you to 400. Yes. Anything over the stock turbo, you will want internals because I would rather do it ahead of time or get a second engine ready to drop in because LTGs, they will break.
Eric, can you scroll up a tiny bit on Facebook? Michael, I think his name was, brought up a really good point.
But 400 wheel on E85 is pretty easy. Any of our
Yeah, that one right
aftermarket turbos will work. So yeah.
Yeah, Michael's point here. His advice: strive to understand why and how things work versus just asking people or experiencing people tell you what are the following cookie cutter recipes. Makes it way easier to make improvements, changes, and he goes on. I'm sure make sure everything's working. Check if it's not working. If you understand like what said part is doing, it
Yeah.
makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like Tyler here was just saying about intakes. Like, it's better if you know what the intake does than just put a pipe on a filter.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've put intakes on a car, and do I know if it created more power? Do I know if it changed my fuel ratios? I don't know.
Nope. But it sounded cool.
Yep. Now that I've done my research, and I did it with my Subaru, I definitely had to do a lot more research because they required a tune, or else it just wasn't going to run.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, understanding those base concepts of, like, just how your car operates, what parts are, what they do,
Yeah.
how they affect other portions of the engine, because everything is connected in one piece.
Yep.
Whereas if you just swap one thing, it's going to affect something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So don't go to AutoZone and get the Spectre. Create your own cold air intake kit.
yep.
That, or you better have a really good tuner.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they'll probably hate you for that.
is it LNFs that? I mean, there's a few intakes out there, and Matt, our LNF tuner, likes 2 of them,
2. Yep.
and the other 4 he says don't run.
Yeah.
And if you just go out to AutoZone and ask for an intake or whatever you do, go on eBay, you're gonna wish you bought the other one because you're gonna go for a tune, and Matt's gonna say,
Yep. Nope.
take that off, and you have
Go
to buy another one.
Go buy a ZZP or an AM,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That was the only reason I decided on the brand of intake I went with, is because it was going to be a pain for anybody to actually come in and tune it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like even other name brands.
Yeah.
There's like, no, just run this name brand. It's easiest. You don't have to worry about it because everybody knows it.
Yep.
And like forums and groups are awesome for that, but like even better is your tuner. Like whoever you plan on tuning with, just email them.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite part for this, whatever? They'll just tell you. Like,
I know that people, obviously, like Mike was saying, try to understand things yourself. But if you're reaching out to a company for advice, take their advice.
Exactly.
There's a reason why we're here, why we're doing what we're doing. You're totally entitled to your opinion, and if you want to do whatever you want to do, go ahead. But if you want to reach out to someone, take their advice, and it will get you a lot farther.
Max, the Riot Punch drink is at the Speedway, right next to ZZP. I don't know about your speedways or if you have speedways.
Yep.
But
It's Steel Reserve. What are they called? It's like
Steel
Punch
Reserve
Series
and then
or
the-
something. I
Yeah.
don't know, but there's blue, there's red, there's purple, and I refuse to call them actual flavors because they just taste like the color. So.
Yeah, they exactly taste like the color.
Yep. Jeff, no, the Flex Fuel kit is not available for the Cruze yet. Slight oversight on the wording on the page. Cruze kits are coming. The harnesses are being built and should be done by the end of the month. So.
Can we ask Al what he's yelling at?
I don't know. He's.
Is Al drunk down the state street?
That was really fast.
I think he's been having a few too many pudding shots.
Maybe.
Al, if you're still hanging around Ryan with those pudding shots, you gotta get away. We're looking out for you.
I don't know,
bud.
Beth.
Or just bring him up here,
Al's a big dude. I wonder how many pudding shots it would take to get him actually drunk.
Probably more than you and I combined.
Probably more that's in that bag in the freezer. And there's a lot.
Steel Reserve LICC. Oh, okay. What, Al, is your computer stuck on caps lock? Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie. Thanks for coming. And again, it was
There's
great
nothing wrong
meeting
with
to you.
house music, Al.
Someone was asking, who's the girl on the left? Shout out to you for knowing your left and right and converting it through the camera. I know that's hard to do. So good job.
Hello.
Ashley, you want to introduce yourself? It's been a minute since you've been on the podcast,
Well,
so
Yeah.
they may
It
have
has
also
been a
just
minute,
been
but who
calling
asked that?
Tyler a
I didn't even
girl.
see
I'm
that.
pretty sure he was just calling me a girl.
Al's
but that's
yelling
okay.
went crazy. Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh.
I know Joe. He doesn't even have a
Is that
ZZP
who
car
said it?
anymore. Yeah, Joe
Oh.
Duchette.
Oh,
He has a friggin' Mustang now.
it's all Al's fault.
Although he's got
He's
a sweet
flooding our
Mustang.
Can't
comments.
undo it.
Charlie, I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to your email about tires.
Trapped.
I'm trapped.
I think the best part is that he's swapping back and forth between YouTube and Facebook to comment on
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Al.
So what other first-time car modder tips do we have? Oh, I know a good one. Invest in good tires.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yep.
That is a real good one.
I know you might hate your stock wheels, but if you're not going to be able to afford aftermarket wheels for a long time, get a nice set of tires on them because it will completely change the way your car feels. Especially if you drive a W body and you have 65 series tires on them.
Yep.
Get those balloons off. Get something decent.
The only excuse is if you hate turning and you have less than 150 horsepower.
Yep.
Then you can run, just whatever.
Yep.
But anything outside of those, do a little bit of research. Get a summer set, get a winter set if you are unfortunate and live where we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michigan people. Snow tires, summer tires. Don't do all seasons because there are no seasons.
Abby, did you hear that?
Yeah. Abby, listen to my advice.
Yeah, I'll say as far as that
Continentals,
kind of
good
goes,
tires.
if you don't want to drop the money on performance parts, do anything that's a driver mod.
Yeah.
So anything that'll make you happy driving, connect you to the road.
Even at the same power level. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Because as soon as you understand how your car works, you'll enjoy driving it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I think like brakes and suspension are an awesome place to start. Like it's not a turning, combusting engine thing with fuel and air and stuff.
But
It's just like a
It-
part.
yeah,
and
but
it's
it
like, okay, this
changes
moves.
the way-
Yeah.
you feel in your car. Like
It's
I did
in-
those brake pads on the blue car last week. They had they were Duralast Gold pads from whoever, had it before. And I put on those DFC track pads. Totally changes the car. It's great.
Sway bar.
And a sway bar. Yep.
Well, if you're cheap like me, get yourself some Federal 595s.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a good roll around tire.
No all seasons.
Adriel LE5 turbo build, air-to-air LSJ pipes they're not gonna fit perfect. First is gonna be if you have an automatic trans, they might hit. Second is you would have to use a Saab intake manifold, whereas you can just use your LE5 intake manifold. That's a pretty decent one. We make a 2224 turbo kit, so you can just buy that.
I
Pick
can't
and
get
pull.
over Al. What is going on?
Him of all people, how can he not figure that out? He is one of the smartest guys that I know.
He's doing it.
Very.
He's just trying to be funny.
No.
Let's get into some
No.
regrets. Who's got car mod regrets that come to the top of their mind?
Ooh.
Or
I don't know if
mod
there's a
car
person that
regrets? I remember buying a 3000 GT. That was a regret.
Yeah, that would be a regret for many people.
I spent a lot of money making it barely work before I got to mod it, and then I got pissed off and I sold it. Loved the car, but just I didn't budget for how much work it takes to get those things back to stock,
Yeah.
and then how much money and work it takes to make them cool.
I
So
don't necessarily know if it's a regret, but like, I feel like when you start with one, like say, for instance, me, okay, we put a bigger turbo on,
your Sonic.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and now I probably couldn't go any larger because I go any larger and it's going to be like the drag Sonic, where I don't know if I want to drive that every single day.
Yeah,
but now I'm
yeah.
like, okay, but now I want to go faster.
Yep.
So now you just keep moving up, and then
Mhm.
you just keep moving up. So it's like Tim.
Yeah, it's the
He-
you want
he
a race
buys
car, but
yeah.
you want a daily driver. And
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
then you get a daily driver, and you're like, well, what's the first thing I'm going to do to it? Even though you say you're not going to. So it's almost like, yes, it's a fun thing to do, but where do you draw the line?
Yeah, not a ton of huge regrets.
so you modded all your cars but your Focus.
Yep. And that was the one that broke.
So what was your biggest regret car other than that? Because you modded all the other ones. So like the car that was like, this is not worth the time I spent trying to make this cool.
Well, it would have been the first Ion I had because that thing was a pile. I bought it as a pile, and I didn't know any better, and I knew nothing about LSJs. And in the 3 years I owned it, it was probably broken more than it was fixed. But it's not necessarily a regret because I couldn't have forecasted that, and I didn't know as much about cars as I do now. I don't know. I think I did all right. I had my 98 SW2. Some people would have said doing anything to that was a regret.
No, I was gonna say you better not say
It,
that
it
one
had
because that was
it
sweet.
had dope wheels. I liked it. It was lowered. Then the other Saturn was fine. I painted the valve cover purple, and people hated that, but I didn't care. It was like pinky purple. It was actually really cool. I'll show you a photo.
It's funny because that was what, like 8 years ago, and like now that's in.
That was 2008, so 13 years ago.
Whew.
That's a long time. I know. Baker's dozen. Paul asks, Ashley, how do you like the current turbo and coilover setup?
I absolutely love it. I live out in like the country area around here, so I really put those coilovers to the test, and they're amazing. They're not terrible at all. Where people are like, "Oh, you put coilovers on your car, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna be bouncy." It's not at all. They're amazing. Like,
Yeah, I've been so impressed with our coilovers.
Yeah.
Just from a general ride standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
because they ride like coilovers because they're going to. I mean, you can't get rid of a strut and a giant floppy spring. But for being coilovers, I think they ride great.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
put them. We got them on Bose GXP the other day. They ride phenomenal. They don't make a
Mhm.
bunch of noise. You can adjust them a ton. Yeah, I love them too. But
Turbo's doing
I'm
great.
biased.
It's like
it makes such cool noises.
It really does. But
Every time it's the bypass valve is
yeah, it's
like perfect
it
turbo
is,
noise.
It really is. And I have a habit of making it make the noise a little too much.
Yep.
But I was just telling him the other day, I'm like, I'm so afraid that I'm gonna get pulled over one day, just because they're like, oh my god, the car's loud, it's obnoxious. We're just gonna go after her for no reason because it makes loud noises, And I'm as Bo says, I probably don't drive the best. Well, it's so easy when you have a car so small that can fit into the lanes.
Yeah, that you just like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Where you're like, okay, you're going too slow, and you're just not moving, so I'm just gonna get over and go around you guys, and maybe that's part of the reason
Yeah.
why. But it's so easy and it's so quick. Like I just drop a gear and whoop,
Yep.
gone.
Oh man, Jeff and Elle are getting into it. There you go.
Don't do the V3. Wait for the V4.
Tyler's here next to me, just like, sounds like you guys just regret buying old junk cars. I just have a new nice car and it just works.
Yeah, you do have a new
Yeah.
nice car.
Yeah. Old cars will do that to you.
Yeah.
Now I don't know who's talking.
Yeah, I don't even know. I can't
God
just
damn it,
differentiate. So Tyler, out of your cars, any regrets?
Biggest regret as far as buying a car was deciding to pick a Nissan Maxima.
Oh, did it have the cool sunroof thing where it's like long instead of wide?
Nope, it was
What
a
year was
It was
this?
a 92.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, this was
Ooh.
second.
I don't know.
This was my
92
second
Maximas
car.
are kind of cool.
Like it was fun for the little bit it lasted.
Oh boy.
My first car I got rear-ended. I was the third car in a collision.
Oof.
And
Whoa.
it was a Saturn, so being plastic, it literally just exploded.
Yeah, the panels don't last.
So that got totaled real quick. So I got this little Nissan Maxima because it was just in my price range, and it lasted for about 3 months before I blew an injector. I'm in high school still, so I didn't really have the money for it.
Yep.
So took it to the car shop. It sat there for a little bit because we were doing it in my high school.
Mhm.
And while we were waiting for the parts to show up, we went on winter break. By the time we came back, rats had moved into the car shop
Oh no.
Oh no.
and chewed through all of my electrical and my seats, and my car was just destroyed.
Oof.
So that thing got scrapped. I think I drove it for about 3 months. So that's
No good.
That's probably my only regret vehicle. That was just all circumstantial.
Nice. The Subaru so far has been a real good deal. No regrets.
So far, biggest regret in the Subaru world is price tags.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yep.
I love driving it. It's fun, but it is expensive to
Do you wish you
anything.
bought a ZZP platform?
To be honest, yes.
You'll have to buy another one.
Yeah,
You'll have your
Race
daily
car.
and your mod car.
yeah, if we get into a house like we hopefully plan on,
Yeah.
I'll have some garage space, and there may be a dedicated race car.
Yep. If you guys haven't seen, Tyler just got into racing. He's been doing that autocross series we've been doing lately with the Subaru. And sounds like you've been loving it, huh?
Yeah, got my first one in, what was that, 3 weeks ago now?
I think so.
And just rushed out to sign up for next week's. So I think it was one and done, and I'm hooked.
That's usually how it goes.
That's usually how it goes. Anybody who gets into turn things are like,
Great.
I'm never drag racing again.
why'd I do this?
Trevor, what's the suspension setup on the Kappa? ZZP coilovers.
Yep.
We're on round 2 revision. We took them all back off, revised everything, put them back on my car, and it's amazing now. So we're working on production, still due later this summer. So you'll be seeing those real soon.
Yeah. The Sonic, Cobalt, Ion, Kappa, Slingshot, those should all be out, ready for purchase by early fall. So.
Hey, Will, do you happen to still have that 06 G6?
Ooh, you want yourself a G6 GTP?
No, actually, I had one. Well, not a GTP. However, Bo's looking for the transmission.
Yeah, Will. If you still
Oh,
have that, that F40 in that G6 is kind of like gold, because the F40 in the G6 GTPs had a different belt housing, and that fits the 3800s. And the 3800 dudes are starting to do manual swaps, and that makes those cars really cool.
Yep.
So it's worth gold. So
we have
keep
one
it.
customer with one.
Yeah. And people do F23 swaps too,
Yeah.
out of Cavaliers.
Really?
Interesting.
Yep.
Hmm.
That trans is everywhere in junkyards, and it fits a bunch of stuff. It's weird.
I
you know?
just want a Fiero with a 3800 with an equalizer and a manual.
Yep.
Damn.
But I want it. I
In
don't
a
want to do
Fiero.
the work. I just want it to be
Yeah.
assembled.
Yeah. If somebody just wants to drop one off, equalizer, F40. I mean, you could throw an LSD in it. You know, I'd even rock a blower. I'd like a turbo, but I'd rock a blower.
Yeah, a blower would be cool.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a Fiero. Like, it's going to be a fun time.
Oh, God, I was wondering what way you were going to go with that.
Here we go.
No, the more I look into them, the more I am interested by them.
There we go.
Like,
We were just talking about them last week.
Yeah.
The 80s are back, guys.
My
it's
best
a thing.
friend growing up, her dad had one, and he used to take us to school in it all the time. And mind you, yes, all three of us fit
Wait,
in that car.
I was like, wait a second. 1, 2.
Okay.
What?
Now, when I was in school, you got to remember how long ago that was. We got away with a lot of shit back then. So yeah, but he would go and he'd pull into the school parking lot and he'd do donuts in our playground, and then drop us off and take off. I thought it was so much fun, and I've had a love for them ever since. Like, I don't know why people are so against them, but like,
Have you ever sat in a Fiero? Well, obviously you have.
Oh, yeah.
But like, sitting in a Fiero is
It's like
such a good.
spaceship.
Yeah.
Bo
Let's
Cobb?
go to space.
Bocop,
Yes.
yes. Yes, let's talk later.
also,
I know where you work.
Also, Beans is just a regular WRX 2.0 liter.
Yep.
My uncle used to have a Fiero that broke. It was his high school car, and he parked it in his garage. Never got it running again, but every time I went over there, he let me sit in it.
Oof.
And he had like this like cheesy like laser cut gated shifter that was like just like self-tappered onto the center console.
Yep.
But like you went through them, I would just sit in there.
It's
and be
so
like,
cool though, because you sit and your shifter's here.
Yeah.
You're like down in this bucket, and you're just I know Ryan's being triggered right now, but
I don't know.
Fieros are
Those
kinda cool.
pictures that we were sharing were
yeah, we had some
they
good
were money.
good Fieros.
So good.
going
Slammed
around.
Fieros, real nice looking.
Buick Regal GS, heck yes, you can do a bunch of stuff. If it's the W body, just look at Bose. He's killing it. If it's an LHU LDK, we have tons of parts. If it's an LTG, yeah, there's parts though.
Scott, we actually have a YouTube video on this. 1.4
Top
Sonic
5
Cruze
mods.
Top 5 mods.
Yeah.
Give it a watch. It's on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
It's actually a little old now. We didn't even have the V3 out then.
That's
We
so
might have to
true.
redo it,
Okay.
but it's got a lot of views, so
Yeah.
we keep it up. But yeah, really.
Everything else, but now the V3 is out. So
Tune, intake, downpipe,
Mhm.
ported intake manifold, V3.
Intercooler.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
intercooler's huge on those cars, and cheap.
Mhm.
Our intercooler is cheap as cut
cheap.
kit. Yeah,
Our intercooler's cheap. It's cheap.
well, you guys think you're ready for some overrated, underrated?
Whoo! Are we
I know
ready?
you guys in the chat have been big fans.
Yep.
We appreciate your overrated, underrated requests. So
Sure do.
keep them coming. I think Eric's got set up with some
I do actually.
curated by Al.
Al still doing some homework, I guess.
500
downstairs.
horsepower LSJ
Sent me
Fiero
some.
would be super sweet, Mike. There's a dude back on the forums in the day. His name was Copper Top. That was his name, and he had an LSJ Fiero, and he made a bunch of one-off custom parts. That dude was sweet. I actually have one of his strut tower bars still in my garage for an Ion.
Yes, Jeff. I'm drinking a Modelo again. Speedway
Corona.
didn't have Corona.
Speedway's slacking, although this
It's
summer
'cause
shandy
he-
is slapping.
And I go, you do know that there's a liquor store, or party stores, you call them in Michigan, like a half a block down from Speedway.
There's
And he
just
goes,
something about like
"Yeah."
gas station beer. I just
yeah.
like it so much more.
Oh.
You know?
I like that liquor store down there because the dude always calls me boss, and it makes me feel good.
Which one?
The one down by Walgreens.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that one by CVS.
No, the Walgreens. Not
Oh, what about
CVS.
the one around the corner over here?
Oh, that one over there? Yeah, that one's good too. All right.
Okay.
Overrated
so
and underrated.
We're doing overrated, underrated, as Al has to explain every week for the few people who apparently don't watch this
Is
until
his mic
today.
on?
Yeah.
Yes, you can't hear me, and I'm not hooked up to this, but I am hooked up to this. So
Yep.
if you need
It's
to
like-
like,
If you
pop
guys hear a mysterious
headphone off
voice,
to hear me,
it's
I'm just
Eric.
trying to
It's
find
Eric.
using my
Eric the
headset.
producer.
Just making sure.
Anyway, you can't see the person talking right now, but overrated, underrated, we're basically just gonna get fielded different topics, and then we'll specify it to a certain person. They have to decide if it's overrated or underrated. They cannot sit on the fence. They have to make clear decision. We're gonna do 2 for everybody in the
Ooh.
room today, starting on the left with
Here
Tyler.
we go.
So, Tyler, your first one is
What do we got?
AC in race cars.
In race cars is overrated. In dailies, it is underrated. A race car that you drive daily, it is also underrated.
So what's the final answer?
Underrated. By
It's always-
series of elimination, it is underrated.
I will say when I see like full caged racing seat race car and then like you look under their hood and they still have a full AC system, I'm always a little impressed.
Me
It's
too.
always like a nice job, dude.
Me
you
too.
appreciate it.
Especially now that we have a harness bar and a race seat in the Sonic, because I can't reach the door to open it.
Gets real hot real
So
fast.
you're sitting in the staging lanes and you're like, grab the sod. And then, like, you unbuckle and then you reach over and then open the door and then you got to do this stupid wave with the door. Like, if we
But
just.
you look official.
Yeah, I do look official.
Oh,
But
if
if
you
we
know the
had-
stupid wave with the door, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because there's some dude in his 82 G body running 14s and he's waving the door because he doesn't have AC. And you're like, dude, your window's open. Just open the window.
So there's trucks at the drag strip in Silver Lake, the sand dunes.
Yeah.
And they do it, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because you're riding around in the dunes the whole time, so I know you're not doing it while you're riding around. So why do you got to come up to the drag strip and do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if Copper Top ever finished his LSJ Fiero. I think he did, but I don't know. Rob Fildesi, you must be from 6 Feeder Days. Comment your username. I might recognize you.
Eric, we got results, or you?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I'm going to be that guy again and say Facebook, come the F on.
Yeah,
Please
come
vote.
on.
We have 2 people voting. There's 18 people watching. You're out there. Just press the button. It's
18
not hard.
people.
Even if you don't.
Come
care
on,
this
guys,
person.
it's
Even
free.
if you don't have an opinion.
It's literally free.
Just push the button.
This game is free. Yeah. So no, the
You
2
get a
people,
kitchen if you
3
win.
people now that voted. Thank you, random person. Say 100% overrated
Ooh.
on Facebook, and everybody on YouTube says 61% underrated.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. You're right. Charlie,
AC.
sweet. It'll be great to have you there again. Noah, we don't do porting on the M62s. It can be beneficial, but it's like a last thing. Most people, a ported M90 or M62 is going to make significantly more power. But if you're doing cams, ATI, ported head, yeah, porting an M62 is great. Cat 5 port works. Josh does amazing work. That's a little more specialty than we get. our motto is things that we can sell to everyone for a good price. Porting takes a lot of skill. We have a lot of skilled people here, but we don't have a lot of time. So, anyway, go on. Yeah, 100 shot. There you go. Nitrous.
We know, Al.
Jeff, for some reason, it never adds up to 100.
Yeah, I know. There's
I don't
always
get
like
it.
1
It's,
or 2% just gone. I don't know. It's weird. All right, Tyler, your next one.
All right, what do we got?
Al might have to elaborate, but I think I know where he's getting at with this one. Your next one is track dates.
Track dates.
Track
Oh.
dates. Overrated, underrated.
That's a
yeah.
low blow.
It's all right.
Ooh, I know exactly what he's
I
talking
understand.
Okay, can you explain for the rest of us?
Well, I double booked myself for this weekend,
Oh.
and I have a very important family event that I have to go to. I was going to drive the Sonic and watch Al in the Honey Badger. So, track dates are...
We'll see, because
I
I can
can't-
see
you
I can
can't
see this
answer
going
that.
the other way, where I interpret track date as you bring a date to the
Yeah.
track.
So that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's not a good date.
I'm going to
guys.
say overrated because unless your significant other is into that, then it's silly.
Yeah, it's
I don't know, it's
not
also-
fun.
Like, taking pictures on your car for, like, I don't know, proposal pictures and it's kind of cringy. You ever seen that? Like, people with
I hope
engagement
not.
photos on cars and stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
No, I hope not.
Yeah,
and I
well,
Well,
hope
it's
we'll
also
never
like
see one.
the gender reveals where they
ah.
burn out in certain colors.
Gender reveals are so dumb.
Yeah.
Your baby's going to be whatever it is when it comes out. Like, just tell people, okay, if you're going to buy me clothes, buy boy clothes, buy girl clothes, buy whatever clothes. Doesn't
It's
matter.
got to be a girl thing.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
it
people
is.
just want to
Or
do
a reason.
burnouts.
It's a reason. Yeah, it's a reason to party and drink.
You don't need an
True.
excuse to do a burnout. Just do a
Yeah, but
burnout.
then-
Typically, the guy wants a boy and the girl wants a girl, and
But
it's
then
like,
the mom
who
can't
comes
even
out?
drink.
Who comes out? Oh, touche.
Yeah.
Now Bo and Al are going at it. Look at that.
Got some infighting on the chat today.
All right, what's the results, Eric?
All right, YouTube says track dates are 83% underrated,
Oh,
whereas
Oh,
Facebook
different
says
pages here.
It goes up so
67%
sadly.
also underrated.
well, let it slide because it was a complicated question, but YouTube,
Yeah.
you're a little sus
Could've
right
gone
now.
both ways on that one. All right, Trevor, moving on to you. Your first one, soon as I can type it out on YouTube real quick, is supercharger belts.
Supercharger belts?
Yeah.
Supercharger belts, overrated or underrated?
Leave it to Al.
Yep, I know where he's going with this one.
Overrated.
Oh,
The belt is optional. You know? You want boost and power? You throw that thing on. You want gas mileage? Freaking whip that thing off and cruise down the highway. So, the backstory.
Yep.
Me and my girlfriend have a Toyota Echo with a Greddy supercharger kit that is untuned on a piggyback. So I guess it's kind of tuned, but not really. The thing dumps fuel with a supercharger belt on it, and it gets terrible gas mileage.
Yep.
Need to get around to actually tuning it someday, but for now, when we're trying to get gas mileage, whip the belt off because it's a separate belt and everything.
Yep.
It's super
65 miles a gallon.
I was gonna
Yep.
say 100 miles to the
Yeah.
gallon.
easy. Yeah, it gets like almost like 40, low 40s, 42, 43
Around the
mpg.
city. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yep, with the supercharger belt on, it gets like 20. So, you
Big
know,
difference. Big
gotta do what you
difference.
gotta do.
Hey, Kevin, new subscriber. Nice to see you. Yeah, we do give mod advice, but if you ever need it outside of this, email us. All right, Eric, what do we got for results?
Supercharger belts. We'll go YouTube first. 70% say underrated,
Ah, yes.
whereas
They didn't know the backstory.
we are
16%. I feel you guys.
we are currently split 50-50.
Oh.
What,
on
all
YouTube,
two
or on-
voters?
sorry, on Facebook.
All two voters on Facebook? If I take my belt off, my pants fall down. Get some better fitting pants, Mike. What you
Mike, that was a
doing?
good joke. I like that.
Mike's full of good ones. He's got a lot of jokes.
Okay, moving on. Last one for Trevor. You might have to explain this because I'm not sure.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Jousting honey badgers?
Yes.
Tyler knows.
Oh, yes. I know.
Severely underrated.
Yes. Yes.
We're playing
very
with some
library ideas.
livery ideas for the old honey badger.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that. If you're a Fast and Furious fan, you know. If you aren't,
Oh my god,
You
I
don't.
totally get it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be real hot.
it's going to be real sweet.
real good.
So the whole other idea is out the window.
Out the window.
All right.
Yep.
At least for
Good.
now.
I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah, at least for now.
But when better ideas come around, just huck the old ones out the window.
Yep. Honey badgers, jousting, under.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Mhm.
on that very specific inside joke.
Does anyone get it? Respond in the comments if you get it.
Nope.
Oh.
Or if you
Nobody
just like
gets
the idea
How
of
do I
honey
comment?
badgers jousting.
Jousting,
true. That's
livery, Fast and Furious. Come on, guys. You can put it together. If somebody names the car, can we give them a sticker?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll give them a sticker pack
There you
and a new holographic sticker.
That's oddly specific.
I like them.
Those
They're
are-
cool.
yeah, they're good-
cool.
they're good stickers.
They're real good.
Well, I'll say right now, 100% of YouTube says underrated.
Yeah, all right.
For
Yes.
the jousting honey badgers, 67% of Facebook says underrated.
Honeybee.
So pretty much in line, I guess.
I
100%.
don't see
There you
any.
go.
Nobody
Honey-
knows what car we're talking about.
Honey bee versus honey badger. Where's AJ Redline at this time? Who knows? Probably out trolling somewhere else.
Pink S2K. Nope.
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 Close, Kate.
She gets the theory.
Yeah.
She's on the
she's
right
there.
track.
She's
Wrong
on,
car.
She's on her way.
Maybe she gets it,
Supra?
but that's just how she posted it.
No,
Supra.
it's-
Wrong
Wrong
car.
car. Wrong car. No,
Come on, guys. First one to get it gets it. Keep guessing.
Unless they're
We're
thinking
talking
of
old
Oh,
Fast
wait,
and Furious.
wait.
Jousting honey badgers to the wing. No.
Ooh, overrated, underrated.
Nope.
Me with a mustache. Go. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Everybody needs a mustache.
Yeah, so underrated, I would say.
Are we
Orange
talking
Supra.
only the mustache?
Yeah.
Well, I had the
You've done only the
accoutrements
mustache,
here.
haven't you?
I am not allowed to go only mustache.
Just one day. Next
Oh.
time we have you on the podcast, we gotta all three do mustaches.
Well, the thing is, you gotta tell me more than 6 hours ahead of time.
That's how we roll around here.
Yep.
I'm sure Kyle has a shaver here.
No, yeah, I'm sure he does.
There's wax.
No one has guessed it. How do you guys? Come on.
Okay, tell them.
OG Fast and Furious. Yes, that's the hint.
It's the
Like,
it's the frickin' Nissan.
No one can.
There you
Letty
go.
or not Letty's.
Yeah, but technically he got it.
big dude.
Big dude.
What is his name?
The
it's
guy
gonna
who
be the honey badger jousting,
Yeah.
right? So technically he got it.
who got what?
Where is it?
I think it was
Beans and
Beans.
Hermie.
Beans.
The Supra livery, but with jousting honeybee.
Okay, yeah, he's the closest
that's
one.
Pretty close. All right.
Feel free to email in. We'll you were closest.
Yeah.
It's a gimme.
But yeah, the yellow Nissan, is it a Sentra? Maxima?
Maxima.
Yeah.
I think it's Maxima.
It's got a jousting person livery on the side. Iconic
Charlie,
car.
you are just climbing in my book. I told it. Oh, that was bad. I told Vince. Thank you, Matt B.
Vince, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Maxima. Yes. All right, Charlie, you are I told everyone that you were the
Leon.
nicest dude I ever
What?
met.
Al, I
Al
think
said
you're
it's
wrong.
Leon.
No, Leon doesn't have the Maxima.
All right, hold up.
Oh, no, he. Oh shit, I don't know.
Are there multiple people?
Who has the blue car? Because Vince has the blue car because he does the burnout after he leaves the.
Yeah, it's like a four-door.
It's
something.
Leon.
I feel like
Al's
I need
right.
to rewatch these movies.
Well, and on that note,
Well, that's the idea. We're gonna copy the Fast and Furious livery, but it's gonna be a honey badger.
yep.
That's the general message here.
Anyway.
Moving on. Next
Moving
question.
on.
Moving on.
All
Here we
right,
go.
Tyler Spain.
That was a
we're
long
on to
time.
you, my friend.
Yeah.
And I will relate to you with whatever you choose here because we were both Subaru owners in this room.
God.
Thanks, Paul.
Overrated, underrated.
Paul
Totally
Yes.
read Paul Walker too.
Head gaskets.
Oh, he's going right for the throat.
Yeah.
I've got to say, for the meme of it all, overrated.
Oh, guys,
I agree, Al.
Dad's upset.
And he's
yelling.
gone. And
He's
gone.
still yelling.
He's still yelling.
Caps lock's still on.
The caps lock is still on.
Chris Lieberman's car. It is.
Uh,
Jousting
yeah.
guy is also on the
We'll
orange
start that
Supra, really.
again. Overrated,
Is he?
underrated for head gaskets.
Head gasket's overrated.
Overrated.
Oh, you're
oh,
right.
he's just accepting it.
Jousting
yeah.
guy
Accepting.
is on
See,
the
I've been
Supra.
told if you buy a newer Subaru, that's not a problem anymore.
Oh no, yeah. The head gasket thing was only an issue for like 3 years.
Yeah. it's stuck.
It's just the meme.
Sticks.
Yeah, it now it's for a meme.
Wow.
I mean, I love seeing the jokes of people saying, "Oh, your head gasket's blown." Oh no, it's not. I did the delete.
I saw Steve
delete.
Hickman sent me a meme the other day, and it was Subaru owners when their engine blows, and it's like the I think it's the Loki dude, and he's like, moving on.
Yep.
And then it's like Evo owners when their engine blows, and it's like some dude like sobbing his eyes out.
Hickman's good for the memes.
Yeah, Hickman
He's
is
so
good
good for
for
them.
memes.
Yeah, it's I'll definitely agree. First time it happens to me, I am going to be devastated, and then it will get bigger, better, and then
Faster,
it'll happen
stronger.
Yep.
again, and yeah,
Yep.
it seems to be
Uh,
a down spiral.
Doug, email service
Hold
at
your ears, guys.
ZZPerformance.com.
Pull your headphones.
Ooh, that was a real bad one.
Sorry, everyone.
Is that
I don't know what's been going on lately,
Yeah.
but
some issues there?
Jousting guy is on Jesse's Jetta too? Really?
I think there might be a couple cars.
Well,
are they all jousting guys?
heck.
I'm sorry,
Details.
guys. We need
We
to
have
rewatch.
Maybe
we
it's-
have disappointed you. I'm sorry.
Maybe we just need a podcast that's just a live stream.
Ooh.
Should
ZZP
live
reacts too.
stream
You
reaction.
know, I
Just-
wouldn't
we'll
mind
do a
that
let's
idea.
watch.
We just
Do it
watch and
fast.
talk about it.
Well,
Mhm.
Tyler
Like,
keeps
oh,
saying he's
yeah,
gonna have a
okay.
party at his house.
I know.
Projector.
Yeah, I gotta
Side of the
finish my
garage.
heckin'
ZZP
Sonic.
Commentary.
He's actually riding a rocket. It's a guy riding a rocket on Jesse's Jetta.
Ah.
So do we just completely get
Curtis,
the
what's
idea?
happening?
100%.
Yep, we do need a Motec
All right,
system
well-
exhaust.
Yep.
To get us back into the game here, I'm just gonna rattle this off. Head gaskets, 60% YouTube say underrated, and the two people that voted on Facebook are split 50-50.
What? How is it? I'd get what?
Yep.
So
Do you think they're all Subaru owners?
Seeing that they're watching this, probably not.
Yeah.
There might be one or two that have like a side project.
Curtis is here. He likes Subarus.
Yep.
Hey, he's trying to sell his though.
He's gonna
He
whip
doesn't
that.
count anymore.
he's
Yeah,
gonna whip
we're all
that
ZZP
Versa.
family here. If you guys want to talk jokes about Subarus, feel free in the chat. He's here.
Oh,
Let him have it.
fully accept him.
Mike, we went to Fast 90. There have
90?
been many in between.
90?
Yeah, I know. I said 90 earlier, so I'm rolling with it.
It's kind of what it feels like at this point.
it's like we might get to that number eventually.
Yep.
Yes, Discord. That'd be a good place. If you guys don't
Hey,
know,
alright.
we have a ZZPerformance Discord, which we aren't in a whole lot, but
Might be slacking.
It
I like
does
to check in
exist.
once a week and talk to some people, and it's a cool like behind the scenes if you want to chat with some of the people that work here. So
Yep.
if you're a gamer nerd, you
I was
can do
just gonna
that.
say I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
My
another
kid
social
does.
media-ish platform,
I was gonna say,
but there's
my
no
kid knows
media,
what it
so
is.
it's
I'm
a
really
social platform.
really aging myself here.
I'm aging myself when I just said my kid has it.
Saturn Sky Redline parts, we have some in the pipes. And by pipes, I mean literally and figuratively.
We currently have full exhaust system. It's pretty sweet, pretty baller. Most people don't know about it. It's a race exhaust system. It's one of
Yeah.
the lightest out there.
Sweet.
And we also have 2 big brake kits.
2 big brake kits, and we got some more bolt-ons coming.
Yep. And all
And
obviously
turbo
the
off.
engine parts. We have literally everything. So that just yep.
All right, Eric, what do we got
All
next?
right. Got another one for Tyler Spain here. Overrated, underrated. Car lifts.
Underrated.
Car lifts. Eric, can you easily post our Discord link in the YouTube chat?
If I can find our Discord, then yes.
It should be just ZZPerformance.
Yeah.
Why is it underrated, Teddy?
So I've always been spoiled as far as working on cars.
Uh-huh.
One of my first big jobs was actually running an oil change shop.
Okay.
So I had the open bay. I can just drive over and walk downstairs. I'm underneath my vehicle.
Yep.
So after working there, I always hated doing my own maintenance. Going down.
It ruins you.
Yeah, it really does. You get spoiled when you can just reach up and, yeah, here's a plug.
Yep.
especially now in the Subaru, there's a lot of times where you need access to both upper and lower at the same time.
Because of your weird freaking sideways engine.
Exactly.
Jammy. Yeah.
And yeah, just being able to lift it and lower it is kind of a blessing.
Yeah.
Granted, I realize not everybody has that ability.
Ryan jumped in and said $50 in-store credit for anyone who can beat Super Smash.
Yeah.
No rear drum to disc brake conversion kit for the Cruze. We don't have any Cruzes around here, and it sucks because we kind of neglect the Cruze market, and we know it's big. So
Maybe we can do it now.
Maybe we can work on it.
Put something together, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
If somebody's got a cheapo Cruze for sale, maybe I'll buy it as a R&D car.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh.
My sister might have a 1.4 auto Cruze.
There it
It's
is.
got the cool interior, like the red, the
Ooh,
black.
I like that a lot.
I like that one too.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Ryan Derrick, he freaking throws hands in
Smash.
Smash Bros. So if you can hang, take him up on that offer. But I thought
You
I
probably
could
won't
hang,
beat him.
and I could not hang.
Probably won't beat him.
He is itching to beat some customers.
He only rocks Bowser. So if you can figure out how to, you
Beat
know,
him? Yep.
that's my one tip. So
All right.
thanks, Eric. There's our Discord link. Join in there. We'll try to get in there a little bit more.
Yeah.
We're just so busy here. Next question, Eric.
All right. For car lifts, 75% say underrated on the YouTube, whereas 67% also say underrated on Facebook.
Yep.
So we got
Underrated.
Everybody's pretty much in line today.
For sure, Ski.
I feel you guys drive driveway jack stand people. Me and Bo Cobb, we're the outside ZZP jack stand guys.
I was gonna
It's
say
true.
I don't.
You get-
Who would say that they're overrated? Like
I
when is a
don't
lift
know.
not handy for doing
Yeah.
car shit?
Yeah, I think I've done all of my mods except for one here on the lift. I did my intake, I did my exhaust,
Yep.
I did my boost controller, I just did my charge pipe and my AOS. Yeah.
I go home and work on cars. I'm like, what is this poverty stuff?
I will always say
Jacks?
the worst part of working on a car is always jacking it up. Every time.
Yeah.
Like
It's
once
up
you
there.
get past
It's up
that
there.
point, you're rolling. Like you'll go all night. But you like wander around for like an hour, like touching things, looking at things, because you don't want to jack it up.
And
Granted.
you guys have all bared witness. I have literally used the lift to put on mud flaps. So
Yep.
Yes.
the,
Yep.
like, easiest
So
thing to
true.
do.
All right.
Alright.
Questions for Ashley.
Yes. Last but not least, we have questions for Ashley. First one: letting people borrow your car, overrated or underrated?
One time. I let Noah drive it one time.
Oh.
Made it through all the practice laps
Yep.
You got one good time
and
lap.
got one lap.
Yep.
Yep.
He still hit
mean-
middle of the pack. I think he got 16th overall.
Yeah, he still did pretty decent.
If you guys don't know Noah personally, he has this thing about him where he can just like get into anyone's car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very like weird salesman-y thing where he like convinces everyone to let them race his car. And he just never races his own car. He's just always in a random car. And we're like, no, where did you get that thing? And he's like, oh, it's my buddy's. I don't
Yeah, he'll show up at autocross. He's like, oh yeah, I'm dual driving with this random M3 or this V8 RX-7 or whatever. Like, he just hops in everything and he wheels it. But then he gets in Ashley's car and somehow breaks a
Coolant,
coolant.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dumping coolant all over the track. Turns out,
Granted, at least it was
A hose
only
popped off.
Yeah, it was a plastic
it was
part.
super
that
yeah,
just-
easy.
super easy.
Changed the part that we thought it was, found out it wasn't it.
Yeah.
I'm watching coolant come pouring out, and I'm like, I know that's not a clear line, but it was just straight
Didn't
pouring
we
out.
trailer it all the way home?
Trailered it all the way
And
home.
it was just a hose?
It was just
Yep.
a hose, yeah.
That'll
That's
do
all
it.
right.
Could have
Hey,
literally popped it
easy-
back on and
easy
filled
fix.
it back up. Yeah.
Easy
but,
fix.
I'm gonna go with overrated.
That's why you're driving your own car this next Wednesday.
I am.
There you go. Get you wheeling, turning.
Well,
It's a good event.
It
It's fun.
appears that a majority of everyone watching agrees. 87% say overrated on YouTube, and 100% say overrated on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
It's funny too because you let somebody borrow your car for, I don't know, a day, 2 days or whatever, and you get back in and, well, first, you can never find the same exact seating position. That's the worst. And then second, it just feels like someone's
It
been
takes
in there.
It takes like
you
a
know?
week to get used to your own
Yeah,
car
get
again.
back to it.
It's funny because I let a lot of people take it too. I'm like, you need to go somewhere else. Everyone's like,
Oh, yeah,
can I
it's
take
great.
your car? Can I take your car? I'm like,
'Cause
yeah, no
it's so
problem,
much
no
fun.
problem. And then
Yeah.
Noah's car breaks and he's all sad and he really wants to race. And I was like, no, take my car.
Problem
And
number
he's
one.
like, really? And he drove it for 2 days before he went to the track.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's problem number one. He broke his car,
Yeah,
so then asked to use yours.
No, I offered it. But I never will again, Noah.
I will say, if you haven't though, let someone else drive your car, and obviously, y'all need to make ankle kits for the Kappas. I'm kind of working on it. It's a side project, so I'm not working very fast on it, but
Yep.
it's in the works. It'll eventually be out. Talk to me if you're curious. Anyways, trade cars with one of your buddies and go cruising. Because, like, watching your car roll down the road,
Ooh, it's cool.
it's, like, the weirdest, coolest
Yep.
feeling. And I don't know why, but it's so cool to just, like, see your car driving down the road.
Is that
when
why
you're not
everyone
in it.
thought that I was only going to take pictures and videos of my car that day?
Yep.
I love it.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because, like, I'm kind of a stance boy at heart, but there's something about it that's just so weird to see your own car driving.
It is, yeah.
I'm the exact opposite. It gives me the highest level of anxiety
Yeah,
I've ever
watching
had.
other people-
Watching somebody else take my car. Like, if you want to go for a ride, cool, I'll let you drive. I'm in passenger seat, though.
Yeah.
I am
Really?
watching what you were doing. I am
Oh.
monitoring the gauges.
See, I don't want to be
Ugh.
passenger seat of any
Nope.
of my cars. Nope.
I hate it.
No, I've let a couple of people test drive my car, mostly because they were also interested in Subaru. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool, whatever. Like, this is a perfect example. Drive it. It's running correctly.
You say that like it's rare for a Subaru.
Cool 0785. That actually sounds really fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
All right, Eric, what do we
All
got?
right, last one for Ashley here. Overrated, underrated, Amazon customer service.
What customer service? It doesn't
Ooh.
exist.
No, it really doesn't. You, like, say you want to return something, and they're like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, you guys don't know.
But then when you actually need something from them,
There's-
like
you
a
can't talk to
response,
anybody.
yeah,
There's
it's,
nobody
it's
there.
terrible.
We wish we had a better name for our customer service, but it is not customer service.
No.
Like,
It's
you
tech
guys
support.
are lucky. It's
Yeah,
like
it's tech support.
full
It's
on
high level tech
support.
support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch all.
Yeah. Yeah, catch all.
Like we were just talking earlier, like
Frontline.
you want to do something to your car, like feel free to contact us. Like we will help you.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what you're doing, ask us. We've done a billion of these things.
You can't email Jegs and say, hey, I have a 1974 Chevelle and want to. I don't even think. Were Chevelles out in 74? I don't know. Anyway,
Same.
I'm not
We
that
get
old.
the picture.
But yeah, you can't email them and say, hey, I want a breakdown of mods I should do. And they go, we have things for sale on our site. And that's it.
Mhm.
So be a little grateful sometimes.
Yep. That's what we're here for. But
Yep.
you know, appreciate it.
Ah, Adam Project can't get the Discord link to work.
I'm working on it.
That's weird. I click on it, it's fine, but
I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it YDNA? I can't really see that far. The coolant housing?
oh,
And
that's
aluminum coolant?
it's technically Andy. He
Uh,
spells his name
yeah,
backwards.
pro
Yeah.
tip, it's Andy Lowe. It's
Oh.
backwards.
He spelled his name backwards.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, well.
That would have taken me a while to guess.
Yes, we know. We do know that. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, the aluminum coolant housing, we want to make one.
Trying, pushing.
Trying.
If you guys
Say it
are
louder.
Yeah, keep emailing about it.
Yeah.
And telling
but
us
just
about
not me, though.
If you
please.
guys are looking for the Discord link, I'm about to post it in YouTube chat. So Facebook people, hop over real quick.
Well, they can't even vote on
Or
polls.
just go to
so
Discord if you know how to get there and search ZZP and you should see us.
should come up.
So,
All right.
so basically, customer service is overrated, right? It's got to be.
It's overrated for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, again, the internet agrees with you.
Yeah.
80% of YouTube says overrated.
Like
Alright.
I had to Google how to get to their live chat one day because it wasn't letting me cancel an order. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't cancel an order? Yes, I can.
All right, there you guys go. Trevor Plag, that's me. Click that link and let me know if that works.
Yes, they are definitely a middleman, but they should
Oh.
help more.
Of course. Why did it just post twice?
In case
Why
I
not?
didn't see it.
Why not?
So good, had to post it twice.
All right.
Got any more
That's it.
underrated, overrated for us?
That's all we've got written down.
Mike, you technically could make it work, but it takes a lot of modification. So,
All right,
if
guys.
you're cool with that, go ahead.
We're at an hour. We're over an hour. We're trying to cut this back to an hour again. We've been going overtime a little bit too much, but get your last minute questions in. And while you're doing that, what are you guys doing this weekend? Tyler?
I am, like we talked about earlier, going to a family event all weekend up north. I got a long drive tonight. I think 3.5, almost 4 hours.
Ooh.
Oof. What are you
So,
driving?
We are driving the HHR.
Nice.
Perfect
Cruising.
road trip car.
Yep, it really is.
Yep. We can stuff all the stuff in the back and still makes turbo noises. And it's a lot of fun. So,
There you go. I am celebrating the girlfriend's brother's birthday
okay.
with her family
Yep. Good.
and racing the Tesla and working on a BMW.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The Tesla's going to the drag strip tomorrow for the
Mhm.
first time.
Yep. We're doing our baseline tomorrow evening. So,
Mike, yes, Stealth is better than the S3. More cooling and more. Oh, hey, Joey.
Hey, look at that.
if you guys
What do
don't
we
know
got?
Joey,
Oh, he's got the pudding
come say hi.
shots.
Come into the shot, Joey.
Sure, why not?
Come say hi.
Come introduce
Wave
yourself.
to all the fans.
Holy shit, these are frozen.
Hello guys.
What do you do here? What do you
I'm a
drive?
Install technician. I drive a 96 Geo Tracker. It's awesome.
And he does.
So it's sitting out there right now.
Yep.
I know.
Yep.
You guys enjoy your treat.
Hey,
Oh,
thanks,
thanks,
Joey.
Joey.
Thanks, Joey.
What flavor?
It's
mystery.
taken.
Ah, all right.
Whatever's
Is there,
left.
like rum shot or something.
No, pina colada.
All right. Other Tyler, what are you doing this weekend? Better be car related, or
I was gonna say
we're gonna have a problem.
I'm torn because I've only been back in the state for 2 days.
Oh yeah, you just got back from vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, took a little vacation, went home to see family.
So I'm guessing this is a weekend off, chill.
I'm really
Do
torn.
laundry.
Family is strong.
I'm really torn because cars are not as strong as family. So like I kind of want to take tomorrow to just sit and not do anything.
Yeah, that's always great.
But like my wife's working, so I'm tempted on like there's a Subaru meet, but it's 2.5 hours out.
Oof.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to road trip that, and then if I don't do that, she's off work in time for us to come out to the waste track and watch ZZP go with our
Yep.
Tesla,
Yep.
and apparently not anymore a Sonic.
I know.
Oh.
Trust me. Mike, put your stock one back in. Stock in S3 is, about as good as
Oh,
you can get
yeah.
an eye on.
Tune for Impala SS53. Not. I don't
Remote
think we
tune.
do. Remote tune. Yes, we will.
Yep.
Cool. There
Remote
you go.
tune. We don't have a PCM because you can't tune the TCM.
Shut up. Joe.
You got the Z54 question,
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mike's.
I'm about to fill my HHR supercharge conversion. Cool.
Distilled water in cooling superchargers.
Yeah, I ran distilled water, and water wetter is great
Yep.
for cooling
And
abilities.
Tracks love it because if you have an issue,
Yeah, it's
they
just
don't
water.
get screwed cleaning it up.
Yeah, but pro tip: make sure to drain it before you hit winter and it freezes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do that once.
Yeah, we have to do the annoying thing up here because winter we have to run coolant or bad times.
Yep.
Ashley, what are you doing?
I actually was back home visiting family.
Family is so strong.
My sister is in town from Puerto Rico, so I got to go hang out with them yesterday, and then had to drive back home real late last night.
Oof.
Sucked. So yeah, I don't have any plans, and this is the only weekend of the next month and a half that I
know.
don't have
It's
anything
crazy.
planned.
Our calendar is booked.
Yeah, I think Labor Day weekend I have a wedding, an event, a wedding, and then another event, like
Oh
all
my
in a
gosh.
row. So I'm gonna
Sounds
have no
bad.
weekend. So actually, I'm going to be home alone tomorrow,
There you go.
and I'm gonna take all of it in.
Hang out
Just
with the
hang out
doggos
with my dog. I might take him to
and
like
that
the
cat.
beach or something.
That's a good cat.
Maybe. The dog and the cat try to eat each other. It just doesn't
Yeah,
work
that-
out.
that
so,
doesn't
The
sound
yeah.
cat tried to eat the dog?
Oh, the cat chases the dog.
What?
Full on chases the dog.
All right,
It goes
good.
the other way around. So yeah, just gonna enjoy myself. Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe go to the track. We'll
All
see.
right.
See how.
Eric,
I don't like coconut. Sorry.
what are you doing?
Can't do it.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Ashley. I am home alone all weekend. So once I leave here, no more pants. It's going to be great.
Sweet.
And
Watching Nickelodeon all weekend. It's gonna be a good time.
Catching
watching
up,
whatever I
catching
can
up on
find.
whatever you want to watch. Yep.
And I guess leaving my house maybe to go to the track tomorrow too.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We will see probably none of you at the track, but there will be a recap video.
Are you guys
And,
going to do pudding shots before we go out?
No, I
they're
don't.
too frozen.
I don't like-
I
They got
tried.
thawed
Ice
out.
cream.
I don't like
Yep.
coconut, so
We all got mustaches. It's gonna be a whole mess.
I'm
and-
good.
we all have mustaches. Ashley does not
No,
have
I'm
a
not doing
mustache.
I will leave you guys with. I will hop in the Discord. I'll see if these guys will too. We'll chat for a little longer in there. There's a memes category. If you guys want to throw some family memes, I'm running a little low,
Yeah, that's good. That's always good.
and
Love you too, Joe.
we're all about the family memes here. So, you guys have a good weekend.
Onlytoes.com.
Only toes.
Thanks for hanging out. See you next week.
Bye. Ooh, those are very tight on the
That's
ears.